Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets.
Safe area detected.
Turn that 200 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spreads, overs, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know what I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary to bet 365.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Maryland. TNC's apply.
Yeah, come on, the race, yeah.
You may not know what they're saying, but you understand.
No, it's really come on the race.
Beyfortis, your 7-map analytic is the first and only long-acting preventative antibody that gives babies the RSV antibodies they lack. Beyfortis is a prescription medicine used to help prevent serious lung disease caused by RSV or respiratory syncytial virus in babies under age 1 born during or entering their first RSV season, and children up to 24 months who remain at risk of severe RSV disease through their second RSV season. Your baby should receive Beyfortis if they have a history of serious allergic reactions to Beyfortis, your 7-map AOIP, or any of its ingredients. Tell your baby's doctor about any medicines they're taking and all their medical conditions, including bleeding or bruising problems. Serious allergic reactions have happened. Get medical help right away if your child has any of the following signs or symptoms of a serious allergic reaction, such as swelling of the face, mouth, or tongue.
Also, control point nearby.
Severe rash, hives, or itching. Most common side effects include rash and pain, swelling, or hardness at their injections. Individual results may vary. Ask your baby's doctor about Beyfortis. Visit Beyfortis.com or call 1-855-Beyfortis. Look, but if you're still buying weed from some guy named Trevor in a parking lot, you're doing it wrong. Mood.com delivers legal THC products straight to your door. Gummies, vapes, flour, the good stuff. No sketchy DM, no med cards. Just add to cart, check out, and good. Have your food. It's legal in all 50 states thanks to the Farm Bill, and Mood products actually work. Seriously, this isn't gas station garbage. It's small batch. Lab tested, real. Go to mood.com, use code FIRS, and never
Detected.
That's mood.com. Go get more legal. Yeah, 365 is
When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. So get the final whistle and start counting that cash.
Detecting additional
You get
hostile
fully paid out
contacts.
on parlays too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Maryland. TNC's apply. Win out.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
You may not know what they're Beyfortis, the first and only long-acting preventative Beyfortis is a prescription medicine used to help prevent serious lung disease caused by RSV or respiratory syncytial virus, and children up to 24 months who remain at risk of severe RSV disease through their second RSV season. Your baby should receive Beyfortis if they have a history of serious allergic reactions to Beyfortis, your 7-map AOIP, or any of its ingredients. Tell your baby's doctor about any medicines they're taking and all their medical conditions, including bleeding or bruising problems.
Supply room
Serious allergic
access
reactions have happened.
unlocked.
Get medical help right away if your child has any of the following signs or symptoms of a serious allergic reaction, such as swelling of the face, mouth, or tongue, difficulty swallowing or breathing, unresponsiveness, bluish color of skin, redness around the fingernails, muscle weakness, severe rash, hives, or itching. Most common side effects include rash and pain, swelling, or hardness at their injections. Individual results may vary. Ask your baby's doctor about Beyfortis. Visit Beyfortis.com or call 1-855-Beyfortis.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining us on Tuesday night. It is Tuesday Night Titans, episode 91 for your Tuesday, April 15th, 2025. I am your host, JD from New York. As always, joined by the one and only the man who loves reliving Hulk Hogan walking out of WrestleMania 9 with the WWF title, enough Bret Hart, on the latest WrestleMania documentary, Salman.
What's going on, brother? How you doing this week, dude?
We had to relive the horror again, man.
I don't know. Look, you look at that crowd in Vegas that night. They seemed pretty happy, actually.
Yeah. There were a lot of actually. You're right.
Uh,
You're right. It
A lot
was.
of little kids too, jumping up and down with their little Hulkamania banner, headgear on, or what bandana.
Yeah.
Bandanas on, and Howard Finkel going around interviewing people. What was your favorite part of the show? Hulk Hogan, baby, Hulk Hogan.
After he supposedly wasn't supposed to be there. He was in a tag team match, brother. Yeah, sure thing, man. He was going to be in a tag team title match, and that was it. He was going to go to the casinos and gamble for the rest of the night, sure thing. But yeah, we're going to talk about that tonight, man. I'm excited to talk about that. Kind of reliving our childhood a little bit. WrestleMania 9 on the table tonight for this episode 91. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday night. It is WrestleMania week, and it is going to be a loaded week, man. We were talking in the sound check just 15 minutes ago how busy this week is going to be. And it is starting off tonight, really, officially, with us here on TNT. We're going to get into a deep dive of WrestleMania 41. We're going to go over both night one and night two, give you a preview, storylines, predictions, what we think is going to happen. And then we'll also talk the Hall of Fame as well. And we'll go over the list of inductees and the inductors for the Hall of Fame this year for the class of 2025. We also got Mariah May news on the table here. Apparently, a lot of people are freaking out. Is Mariah May leaving AEW? She's joining WWE. We talked about this just a little bit last week when the rumors started to circulate. And apparently there was a couple of big stories today from Fightful and PW Insider. So we'll definitely go over that. We'll also talk some AEW Dynamite. We have Spring Breakthrough coming up on Wednesday, where they will be the longest running episodic wrestling show.
289 episodes.
I know, somewhere Eric Bischoff is punching the air. And we will definitely get into that card, which right now is looking really, really strong on paper. And I'm super excited personally. I know Jason is as well to see Mercedes and Athena in the main event tomorrow night, live on Dynamite from Boston, Massachusetts. That's going to be a great show. And we got a lot to get into tonight, as always. Thank you guys for joining me. But I have to get into the super chats here because we had a couple of bombs. Oh my goodness. Fuck yeah, give me a hell yeah. Dark Effect and David Thiering both dropping $100 super chats right before we even open the doors to the beautiful bar tonight. Dark Effect says, what AEW and its fans need to realize with people like Penta or Mariah May or even Cody Rhodes, some wrestlers' entire dreams are to be in and make it big in the WWE, where no amount of money or creative is going to keep them there. The appeal to a WWE champion is real, says Dark Effect. Yes, we will definitely get into that discussion tonight. Not only was that Stephanie Becker, and the reason why she went to WWE, but now Mariah May supposedly has dreamt of being in the WWE, and it was a lifelong dream at first. Dark Effect, thank you so much. David Deering says with a $100 bomb. It's really sad and a damn shame to see what AEW is becoming. The AEW sickos can't come to grips with how bad things are getting in AEW, as evidenced by the Mariah May situation. They are truly coping and seething. We just can't accept what they are seeing, says David Deering.
Feel pretty good about that. Feel pretty good about David. Good to get to those guys. Usually start WWE, and that's going to be the bulk.
You take us where you want.
Talk about this for what the future would be. And then this report comes out. So, I'm saying this is a
Of course. You know, if it was left up to Dave Mariah would not make it out.
Hostile broadcast picked up. Incoming hostiles detected.
So it's like there's going to be
Hostile broadcast detected. Hostile broadcast picked up.
So this is not something that's imminent, unless there was a situation where Tony was like, okay, I'll let you go early. It's not like she's walking
Supply room
into
access
WWE.
unlocked.
So just put that out there. This is not something that's,
Friendly combatants
Yeah, Michael
detected.
reported that the initial thought was that May's AEW contract could expire as early as this summer. We didn't really know what that meant. It could be May, June, July, August. We don't know. PW Insider then followed up today, stating that they have been informed that May still has significant time remaining on her current deal. Now, if this information is accurate, fans anticipating an immediate appearance elsewhere should not really expect her to jump to
Hostile
WWE
broadcast
so soon.
detected.
One source cited by PW Insider speculates that May's AEW contract could extend through November of this year, while another suggests the possibility of even more time beyond that. Now, I think everybody who watches this and listens to creators like us, Jason, and follow the product on a weekly basis know that AEW, Mariah May, Tony Storm, they produced the best women's storyline to come out of that entire company in 5 years. It will probably go down as the best women's match that they've ever had at Revolution. Definitely the most violent. If Mariah May jumps ship to WWE, just thinking out loud theoretically, if she jumps ship from AEW to WWE, does that set a bad precedent on how people look at AEW? Because if Mariah May, at 26 years old, and like you said, it's 100% true. If you have your heart set on something and you want to be there, then you're going to go there and do what you want to do. But does it set a bad precedent for talent like Mariah May, who's 26 years old, in AEW, who have reached the top of the mountain so quickly and have ventured to the top, going after the women's championship so soon, in a year and a half, leaving them really with nothing to do? Is that a snide on the creative aspect of AEW? Do talent look at that and say, well, I'll do this, and then when I reach the top of the mountain, there's nothing else for me to do, so I'm just going to go find something else to do somewhere else? How does this make AEW look in the end here with Mariah May?
hey, look, it's possible.
Hostile
It all comes
broadcast
down
picked
to
up.
what do you have planned for these people? If you push them so hard, like, she won the world championship last year.
not see the value
But
of
she,
an organization
you
like the True
know,
Sons.
you said it was
But
great women.
Major Castillo lost his wife. Purpose in his work.
One over there.
To disrepair. Thanks to his tireless efforts, that our community across the eastern seaboard would have power in this winter.
Friendly control point detected.
Quickly between the world, I don't know I don't know if I would simplify it that way. I just feel like if you come up with other
Gotta beat on that agent.
Access key detected. Manual override required.
But then
President may not have been re-elected, but when we need him to step out from behind the speaker's podium and onto Air Force One.
Progress resumed.
I got to make a name for myself on American television. And now
Yeah.
I really want to do WWE.
Yes.
Maybe he could, you know, right. Grew up watching WWE. What it may have been one day to be a WWE superstar. And
Override required.
he's in the world, and they still may leave anyway. So, look, at the end of the day, Brian May would be
Okay, so I know it's weird. True Sons used to be JTF. Then some True Sons joined the body.
these laws would be WWE game.
Fuck that shit and allied with the division to try
It
and
just
stop the
sounded
body.
to me like it could be a situation
Yeah.
where I know it's love to know more about
Shooting at you yesterday.
these requests.
You know, I didn't hear about that. Where did you hear about that?
Well, this was a PW Insider report.
Yeah, they don't have a talent problem over there. They have a great roster. It's just the creative aspect. They want to push you. They want to push you. They want to push. At the time they want to push them, and they can't feature everybody. And then maybe 5% of the women get featured on television, and then the 95% don't really get featured anywhere, and everybody's just sitting around. So it definitely is a creative aspect.
And I'm going to read you the report here in a second. But again, with Mariah, we have this great story with Tony. She was world champion. It's not as if there aren't other things for her to do. She hasn't worked with Mercedes. I'm sure that's somebody she would love to work with. Those two, I think those two, with the right idea, could have a hell of a program. Her best friend, Mina, is coming into AEW. She's moving to the States. She's leaving Stardom. She's coming in. That's why this kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting, this report to come out because we just heard about Mina a few weeks ago, and I thought, okay, maybe these two are going to do this. But this is a report from Mike Johnson. Could run through November of this year, while another believes that there may be additional time beyond that. May has not been on the road since her program with 24 ended her career. It should be noted that there was a rumor making the rounds within days of her program recently ending that Ryan requested a release from her AEW deal, but at the time we were never able to confirm that that was true. Obviously, she had not been released. WWE sources played coy regarding interest in her, citing that she is signed elsewhere. So again, he wasn't able to confirm it, but
Friendly control point nearby.
That'll be something in the next few days to see if there are other sources on that. If it was a case where, okay, my program with Tony is up, I want to get out of here, that would be very telling. But he wasn't able to confirm.
Yeah, that is. I didn't. That's the first I'm hearing about this today. I didn't even know that report existed. That would be very telling. And I mentioned today because I made a video about this specific topic on my own today earlier in the afternoon, and I mentioned Megan Bain. And we're looking at Megan Bain right now, kind of follow the same footsteps as Mariah May. She's been there for 2 months. She wrestled Tony Storm at Dynasty. She lost,
Look, but if you're still buying weed from some guy named Trevor in a parking lot, they're doing it wrong. Mood.com delivers legal THC products straight to your door. Gummies, vapes, flour, the good stuff. No sketchy DMs, no med cards. Just add to cart, check out,
Hostile
and
control
boom,
point
it's at your
nearby.
doorstep. It's legal in all 50 states thanks to the Farm Bill, and Mood's products actually work. Seriously, this isn't gas station garbage. It's small batch, lab tested, real results. Go to mood.com, use code FIRST20 for 20% off, and never miss Mood. Go get it.
365's unrivaled. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up, you get early payouts too.
And see why. It's never ordinary.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Maryland. TNC supply in Apple.
Our banking solution is built to help small businesses succeed. They give them grace.
Reports from the site indicate that Black Tusk have taken over the American History Museum stockades. We'll need to see what that is.
Fuck you!
Oh, you bitch.
There is an open-endedness to that where we could see a rematch, but I don't know if a rematch is going to do Megan Bain any good because I don't think anybody believes Tony's walking into Texas without the championship. Are we looking at a problem in AEW where they push so many people so hard, so quickly, and get the match out of the way that everybody wants to see, or a theoretical dream match out of the way, and then there's nothing for them to do, and then they get bored, Tony gets bored, the talent gets frustrated because they're not featured on television. Is this a recurring problem, Jason? Have you seen or felt something like this becoming a problem more and more over the years in AEW?
I thought that was going to be the case.
You didn't understand why I was so angry about
So, where do you go from here? Tony's got the big dream match after certainly his last few years have been good. The heel thing that suits him well.
Gotta get me another
He's
pill.
working it right now. He's in a good spot.
Detecting additional hostile contacts. Immediate medical assistance needed.
Then you've done it, and either they win or they lose, then it's like, well, now, something better in mind for them? Well, you better make sure it's done.
A hostile control point detected. Access keys detected.
Yeah, I don't like made myself very vocal about the Megan Bain situation. I know I didn't really feel it during the Mariah run with Tony because we got such a great story out of it. But the Ricochet thing is a great example as well. I don't know why they continue to do that, but I really do wish that they would put more focus on creating smaller stories that lead to a bigger story for said talent or character, and then with proper build, get that character or talent to a title match or a bigger story, and not have it play out in 2 months, stretch it out maybe to 6 months, 7 months. The impatience from AEW creative is very frustrating as a viewer, and that's something that I get ranted about every single week. It's just a recurring problem in my eyes every week. So I feel that way, and hopefully we get a little bit of a fix in regards to that. But going back to the Mariah May situation, Stephanie
Friendly
Becker
combatants
was
nearby.
interviewed this week, and it made me think of her interview. She said that Shawn Michaels called her And Michaels said this: Stephanie, I know you understand English, and I want you to understand this personally. I'm Shawn Michaels, and I have this proposal. When I talked to him, she said, he asked if this was about the money. I told him it wasn't about the money. This is my life, and I sacrificed my whole life for wrestling, and no money will pay for that. Shawn Michaels understood that, and he told me some words I will keep for the rest of my life because they are words from a wise person who made me make the best decision. I was on my way to Mexico, and they contacted me from WWE to tell me that they were offering me a contract, and then they asked me, what do you say? And I answered, let's do it. And that's how it went. And Stephanie said she was originally told that we can't afford what AEW was paying you. Good luck in AEW. And then she ended up talking to Shawn Michaels, and he swayed her decision to sign with NXT, WWE, and not with AEW. We could be looking at a similar situation because I think we discussed this last week, Jason. She's going to go through Are we looking at the same situation now where Stephanie said AEW offered her something in Fort We don't know.
There's another possibility.
Patents detected.
They can do things they can get their business negotiated, right? Which good for her. It's the best possible deal.
Vital signs critical. Friendly combatants nearby. Incoming hostiles detected. Threats detected.
Taken out. Enemy on top.
You bitch. Son of a bitch.
Agent down.
Oh, come on.
But the one thing that is for discussion coming from
Oh,
this is,
come on.
you know, I'm gonna hear about the acquisition to the realm of expecting Jeff. He is
Agent
now
vital signs.
officially
0.
leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling. He is now rumored to be heading to WWE as of a reporter a couple of weeks ago that he was already on their internal roster list. And now he's officially leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is coming from Fightful. They say, as we noted at the time, the move is somewhat curious given what we've heard about Cobb and him working in New Japan Pro Wrestling without a contract. There were reports of WWE interest in the 42-year-old Cobb, with one source even telling Fightful that Cobb was already listed on the internal roster. 9 days after capturing the tag team titles, they were vacated and Cobb is leaving New Japan. The promotion announced on April 14th that he would be leaving. They've come to terms on the departure of Jeff Cobb at his request. Cobb won half of the IWGP Tag Team Champions. Those titles have now been vacated, and his final match will take place at Korakuen Hall on April 19th against Hiroshi Tanahashi. New Japan did go on and apologize for the sudden nature of the news and wish Cobb the best in his future endeavors. You know, I mentioned this in my video today as well, Jason. I don't know how big of a deal this is, but it's certainly a
Incoming
smaller scale
backup
talking
request.
point. You know, Jeff Cobb, coming from New Japan, he's worked the majority of his career overseas in New Japan. He's 42 years old. And you see the partnership between AEW and New Japan, and you would think, as an avid viewer of pro wrestling, with the relationship that those two companies have, that normally someone leaves New Japan, they jump ship to AEW because it's very familiar to them. There's that working relationship there. They're not completely giving up New Japan, but coming here to the United States with that opportunity to still work over there. He's saying, no, I don't want any of that. I'm just going to jump to WWE. Is this the biggest problem? Is this leading to a snowball with the talent that is in New Japan instead of going to WWE? This is going to affect others in the future to make those decisions. Clearly, where maybe he just feels like this could be his last chance to make contract with this team.
I got you.
Friendly combatants nearby.
Oh, yeah.
Think I can't shoot?
Heavily armored hostile. Medical assistance.
Bitch.
Agent out of action. Friendly combatants detected. Agent requesting backup.
Oh,
Serious trauma detected. Friendly combatants arrived.
But you understand that's not difficult. They quote us. We said them in 83. It's the first thing only one actor without a different they quote us the prescription machines, the mysterious wonderful. And they use under 18 and children of the 24 months remain close to city of
oh, come on.
Your baby shares a sacred world with the history of stories and significant cultivated ingredients. Some new babies are another one of our specials is including a baby.
Rogue agent detected. Friendly combatants detected.
You bitch.
Hostile defender drone detected.
I'm here. They're sneaking up on me.
Cheap viewers on streamboo.com, remove the space at 2 cents BWQBCV.
Friendly combatants nearby.
I'm here. Close enough.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
You bitch.
I've got you.
Hostile volunteer drone detected.
They're trying to get to me.
Friendly combatants detected. Hostile defender drone detected.
all speculation at this point. There have been several different reports already that are WWE going to bring in
Oh shit. I don't understand.
what is AEW going to do? I'm glad we saw this show
Oh
off.
man. Oh come on. Son of a bitch.
Jeff Cobb and Mariah Manson. That is the
You know,
details on that. Keeping with the AEW stuff, I do want to get into some little news and notes here, and then we'll get into Dynamite and talk about what happened on Wednesday's show last week and a preview of Spring Breakthrough show coming up tomorrow night. Start with this. Pac is legitimately injured, which sucks. Because
Target lost.
I don't understand why he can't remain
Rogue
healthy
agent
and
eliminated.
disappears for long stretches of time, and then he
Supply
comes
room
back
access
on
unlocked.
a random whim. But now he's legitimately
Supply room
injured, Jason,
access
and this happened
unlocked.
in a match with Swerve Strickland on Wednesday, where he took a buckle bomb and
I hate that move. Can I just say that?
Yeah,
I
me too.
really wish they would just retire that move at this point. Like, it doesn't even look good.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, if you're gonna do that, just do a fucking power bomb. You know, we've already seen. I don't want to make it sound like people are getting hurt on this move every other week, but there have been a bunch of people who have been hurt doing this move inside the ring, outside the ring, and it's so unnecessary. And I feel bad for him because, like you said, he's had issues before with injuries. He'll go away, he'll come back, he'll be gone, he'll come back. And obviously he was part of the whole Death Riders thing, which I don't care for, but he's still part of the top heel faction in the company. And we don't know how serious the injury is. We still haven't gotten any kind of firm update on it. But when he gets power bumped to that corner and he starts screaming, you know something's wrong.
Yeah, he screamed. He injured his foot. Again, we don't know the severity of the injury, how long or ankle, or how long he's going to be out. But I agree with you 100%. The buckle bomb is something that I don't really care to see anymore. When you watch pro wrestling and you legitimately fucking wonder, is someone going to get injured on this spot every time it happens? Like Big E fucking diving back in the day. Is he going to kill himself tonight? Just stop. We don't need to think that before that move actually happens, and then someone ends up getting hurt every time we see it. I don't really care for it, so I agree there. But Pac, injured ankle, injured foot, we don't know. Happened in the match with Swerve Strickland. After the show, Pac was reportedly seen leaving the area on crutches, according to PW Insider. This could signal either a hiatus for Pac, who recently returned in March after an extended absence dating back to July of 2023. And now, on tomorrow's show, Jason, we have a trio championship match where Moxley will be filling in for Pac against the Ops, Shibata, Hook, and Samoa Joe.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
About that. I could have sworn that, I guess this was last year, when the Bang Bang Gang had the trios match, Jay White got hurt. And they tried to use the Cooper rule
Friendly
and have
combatants
Bruce
nearby.
Robinson fill in for Jay White. We had Christopher Daniels saying, no, we don't do that in AEW. You have to surrender the title. And so apparently the rules have changed. And I know why. I know why. I'm just pointing out that there's a storyline inconsistency here. The reason that they're between a rock and a hard place, of course, is because the Death Riders are probably dropping those titles possibly as soon as tomorrow night, to be honest. And if not tomorrow night, they're going to drop those trios titles very soon. How long have they even had them for? I've already lost track of how long they've had those trios.
Well, I honestly, I could not give this a good shit.
It's been so long, and so what they don't want to do, of course, is after all this time, we'll just take the titles from the Death Riders. So I get it. I heard that they were allowing Moxley to step in. I couldn't help but laugh. I said, "Boy, the rules have changed."
Well, yeah, I didn't even realize that until you just mentioned it. But yes, you are correct. How does this make the Death Riders look? Because if you mention that they may be losing as soon as tomorrow, does this make Moxley look weak coming out of the match with Swerve at Dynasty, and then obviously he's still the champion going into All in Texas? If they lose and Moxley's a part of the team, does that kind of not that he could look any worse because his entire storyline's fucking terrible, but does that make Moxley look just slightly weak because he's on the losing team and he aided in his team losing the first champion?
No, I mean, as long as he doesn't eat the pin, or he's not the one submitting or anything like that, it's fine. That's what Wheeler Yuta's in there for. Yuta loses the match. Moxley smacks him around at the end and teaches the kid a lesson. You know, I mean, it's fine. I really don't think it makes a difference one way or the other. The only other option would be to find a new member. I don't want the Death Riders to grow. I want them to die off.
Well, I mean, if they wanted to add new members, they should have did that 6 months ago.
No, but it's not a matter of wanting to add new members. It's a matter of if they needed somebody to replace Pac and didn't want to use Moxley, they would have had to have added a new member. That's why adding Moxley was the only option. They had no choice.
Well, they might not need to add new members because they got both Matt and Nick Jackson who want to work with them.
True, but what are you going to do?
Good right now.
If they're going to do rock, paper, scissors to see who fills in as the one-third of the trio champion.
Agent,
Friendly combatants
Yeah,
detected.
Pac is, we'll get into that Young Buck situation in a bit. Pac injured. We don't know how long he's going to be out, so I feel bad for him because he's just such a dynamic performer. He just can't seemingly catch a break. Jay, what?
I'm just going to say the other reason why you wouldn't want to strip them of the titles is what are you going to do? You're going to put them up in a tournament? He has 2 tournaments. That's
Invite to another agent's group.
I get it. They really don't have a better option other than to just swap them. I just wish they would at least, and maybe they'll do this tomorrow, or maybe I'm giving them too much credit. It would be, honestly, it would be as simple, since the Young Bucks are trying to curry favor with the Death Riders, and they are still EVPs, it could be as simple as them flexing their EVP muscle, right? They're trying to suck up to the Death Riders, and just have a little segment on the show or something where they say, hey, you know, you're welcome. We pulled some strings for you. You know, we got Moxley to, step in for Pat. Like, something as simple as that, I think, would
Bro, do you honestly think they remember something happened back in July on Collision of 2021?
Well, yeah, the Young Bucks out there and Kenny Omega referencing shredded documents from November. Maybe they do.
Maybe. Jay White, he is also injured. I expected him to be in the Owen as did everybody else. And he is pulled from the Owen, which is currently
Electromagnetic charge detected.
He has a broken hand.
That must have been Wade.
And,
Would have been
he
nice to
will not
bag
be
him,
on
but he's not your
TV,
primary
at least for the
objective.
next couple of months.
Get to the TV
Jay
studio and
White
get these guys
was
up
pulled
here
from
for
the
good.
Owen after breaking his hand, and he was written off
Taking the
television
points
after
away
being
from
quote
True
unquote
Sons will make it a lot harder for them to
devil.
coordinate their troops and spread misinformation. All communications coming in and out of the building will be controlled from the production studio on the top floor.
Which is being suggested that White will turn heel and play a part in the main event where first strictly lost the championship to Matt and John Moxley. Now, number one here, I wish that they would have
Look for
actually
the transmission control module. It handles all communications going in and out of
Why would you
viewpoint.
assume something
If
where
you set it, you'll lock out the True Sons and we can take over the channels. Okay, stay by the module and make sure it completes the reset sequence.
Oh yeah, he was attacked and he's close from the turn.
Site facilities are reset to default or under direct SHD control.
That's good to hear. Our comms are coming online
Now,
and True
report
Sons are
also
in the
says
dark.
that he could have played a part in the main event at Dynasty and turned heel.
Fluctuations in local power
He was
detected.
heel with the
Communications
Bang Bang
facilities
and then
offline.
he was a
What the hell?
babyface because he was going
I see
against
multiple
Paige, who
hostiles on the
theoretically was
roof.
a heel
They're
because
setting up
That was
EMP
not
jammers
something.
around the
they
radio mast.
wanted him to go heel.
It's Wade. He's trying to sabotage the mast. Without it, no one can broadcast from viewpoint. Agent, get to the roof. You gotta stop him from taking out the mast.
That was also...
Electromagnetic charge detected.
Wade is using EMP jammers to overload the radio mast. Take them out before the mast is destroyed.
System disrupted.
You won't be able to use your shade tech as long as that EMP jammer is active. Take it out.
Structural integrity at 75%.
Agent, you've got to stop Wade. We need that radio mast.
System curtailed. System reactivated. Electromagnetic charge. depleted.
Keep him off me!
I was gonna talk about someone else.
Agent, we need you to stabilize Constitution Hall.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, you don't want to go.
All right, the facility is ours.
I heard it's
True Sons just lost a powerful tool for coordinating their troops and spouting their horse shit. Once we get the radio mast repaired and operational, we can extend the reach of our own broadcasts.
It's very dumb. His vocals are very much enhanced. He doesn't got those Miles Kennedy.
Yeah, well, very few people do. But yes, he is very disillusioned with Big Bill and Brian Keane. And so he said, I'm gonna go away for a while. And then, of course, like you said, he's got this tour. Now, I did read that he has most Wednesdays off.
An agent is no longer in your group.
So I suppose if they needed him back for some reason, he is technically available. But after the segment they did on Wednesday, I didn't get the sense that we're going to see him for a while. So at least we did a little break from the learning.
Oh, there's go.
Yeah, great. I don't know what that means for Brian Keane.
Inventory.
Big Bill. I would love to see Big Bill in a more singles role and given a nice treatment as a single, but given AEW's track record with big men, I don't really find that to be a success. Just to go with Will Howard. Not much of anything. He's got a different luchador partner every week.
Maybe he really likes the luchador. He just wanted to befriend Commander. I don't know. Get a little odd couple pairing. Hey, you know what? Look, those odd couple pairings in wrestling. You know what really aggravated me? They did this 8-man tag team match, and just randomly out of nowhere, they said it's for $400,000. I would love to know how they said.
Did you have fun with this on your stream on Wednesday? I had a blast with this on Wednesday.
Well, I said, because I was trying to figure out how they came to that number. I said that was probably what just fell out of Tony Khan's pocket when he woke up that morning. So they were like, okay, $400,000 on the line. But like, I'm watching this and I'm just thinking, okay, this is so stupid. But
Member Week is here at Lowe's.
We want to get
that
Isaac
means it's
back
time for
online
My
across the
Lowe's
country.
Rewards members to
We need
save
to
big
reconnect the
up
local
to 40%
system to the
off
satellite
hundreds of
network.
items like
We should be able
appliances,
to do that at
tools,
the
home
NOAA
essentials,
headquarters.
and
The
more.
control room is
Plus,
at
get
the
free
top of the
standard shipping. Shop these exclusive member-only savings now through October 15th. Not a rewards member? Join for free today. Free standard shipping not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.
stupid things in wrestling can be fun. You had the Beast Mortos in this match, but he was on the losing team. And I said, why? Why wouldn't you have him on the babyface side? So when the babyfaces win, you've got weeks worth of vignettes now where you can have people kind of leading the Beast around different places. They go shopping at the local mall or something, and they're trying to like find ways for him to spend his money. Like, at least go all the way with that.
Imagine Beast Mortos walking into a fucking Ferragamo fucking suit and jacket.
Yeah.
And then he's fucking fancy suit and jacket.
That's what I'm talking about. He's walking around just sporting goods, we're going to these different stores. The running joke was like, his real name was Frank or something. He used to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
Wasn't that? Okay. All right, well, maybe just.
Another agent has joined your
What's the point?
Even Speedball, I mean, film something. Have him go up into a Nike outlet. Fucking pick out some Jordans or something.
Well, you see, he was on stream. You see that?
No.
Yeah, he was on stream. I think he was on Twitch, maybe. And it was a small clip. I didn't see the stream, but I saw he was like scrolling through I think that was kind of okay, that's a list.
This.
Tony could brag on social media. It's cool match I made.
That was before they had a battle royal for free. And then it's never spoken of again. So look, what's the point?
I'm gonna put it towards Hayden said. If you want to really give the match some meaning, have the earnings or have the company donate the earnings to a great cause or a charity. I mentioned the gas for them that burned down all of that or something. You know, give the match meaning, but like, where's the fucking money?
Oh, bitch.
Heads up. I'm seeing hostile movement on the roof.
And like it changed his entire gimmick. He became, you know, the playboy guy who's like throwing his money around and stuff, and he's very entertaining. It's like if they don't follow up on this, you're sitting there wondering like, what the fuck is the point of any of this? But like when I saw the Beast Mortos was in there, and of course all he ever says is, you know, I'm like, man, it's got to be on the winning team, and they fucking lost. Like, what a missed opportunity. Like, why bother?
Imagine getting fitted for a new mask. That'd be great. I mean, listen, man, that would actually get the people to legitimately care about this.
Yes, yes, it would.
Yeah, that was on the show Wednesday. The big thing that
I've sent the coordinates for the dishes through Isaac. It shouldn't take too long to align them.
Hey,
You're still gonna have to adjust each dish, but this will speed up the process.
Because Shibata can sleep, they also make the crowd sleep. Doing a bunch of maybe honestly, hero, between both.
Ew.
Told the crowd to give it up to Moxley and the Death Riders. Just
Get the fuck out of here.
Everybody wondered why the Cross were stripping the AEW World Title at Dynasty. They did it, Jesse, for their good friend, Adam Hangman Page. As this is what he wanted all along. He never wanted Swerve to be the champion ever again, and they did it for the Hangman. They never forgot who their friends are, and they love Hangman just like they know everybody loves him. So,
Unless they, with Kenny Omega, they're having such lives.
well, I mean, Kenny
Satellite
came
to line
back
and clear
and
for
there's
transmission.
really no
Signal is insufficient.
nature of that.
So far, so
You know,
good.
but if that
Now
was
we
a
just
regular
gotta
human
find a
being,
transmitter to boost the signal.
he would want to come back and commit murder, and he's just back. Hey guys, here's the Continental Championship to Okada in December, and that's what he says.
What do you want, Josh? I don't think I want that. I'm a bad one. I don't like, you never know this guy just has this, but it's one of the great ones. And it just walked down to the dirt casually, and I was like, what is this? And then a little bit I know, of course, that it would get even worse once we actually started speaking.
Yeah, this was not Omega's best work. I will admit that. But Omega, I mean, he came out. It almost felt like, and I said this on Wednesday with Jesse. It almost felt like Omega didn't even want to fucking be out there cutting this promo. It's like, what am I doing? What am I saying here? So,
I'm like listening to what he's saying, and when he gets. Now look, have you seen No Holds Barred?
yes.
To me, No Holds Barred, like when I first saw No Holds Barred, the movie, like I was pretty young. But Hulk Hogan's in the movie, right? Like I enjoyed it for what it was. Is it a great movie?